Hi friends, this is Palak Sharma and welcome back to the daily course in daily MCQs and English comprehension skills. So as you all know, we are doing some few MCQs daily and we'll be studying them in depth with all their options in consideration, and in turn we're just revamping our English skills. So let's start it without any delay. You can have a read of few things about me in this section, and please read, review, recommend and share this lesson so that more and more people connect with Unacademy. And if you'll rate it and review it, we'll get to know what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, and we'll definitely improve on those lines. Then you can follow me. Here's my link if you like my courses. This is me, and here's the first MCQ. So let's start without any delay. So as you all know, here we have part of a sentence which is like divided into few pieces, few phrases. You have to select the right sequence for them out of these four options. So you've got those four phrases and just frame them into a sentence and select the correct sequence. And the right answer to this question is A, ACBD. How does it read then? The word will note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. So this is a correct sequence and this is the correct answer and the most sensible sequence in which we can put these phrases. You can test the other three also. They might not be correct. So A is the correct answer. Moving on to MCQ second for today. So here we have an analogy. Okay. And you have to find that the same relationship can be found in this case also. So you have to find what can replace the question mark. And it reads as mature is to regressed. What is varied is to? A, rhythmic. B, monotonous. C, decorous. D, obsolete. And you can think of the right answer. What can replace the question mark in this sentence, in this word phrase? And the correct answer to this question says B, that is monotonous. So if something is mature, like if mature is to regress, varied is to monotonous. How? Because words in pair, they are opposite to each other. How? Mature is someone who is very much who understands a lot. A regress person is the one who doesn't get things, who's very low in understanding. A varied thing is which is variety. A monotonous thing is which is just mono, that is in single way. So monotonous and varied thing, they are opposite to each other in the same way as mature is the opposite to regressed. So this is the explanation of why B is the correct answer. We have MCQ 3. In this case, we know we have got some idiom or phrase in this sentence, and you have to find the meaning of that idiom or phrase out of these four options. So the sentence reads, both the companies are tarred with the same brush. So what is the meaning of the phrase which is used in this sentence? Option A, birds of the same feather. Option B, act promptly. Option C, treated similarly. Option D, act in the same manner. So think of the right answer, pause the video and take your time. And the right answer to this question is C, treated similarly. So whenever two things are tarred with the same brush, or any couple of things are tarred with the same brush, then what is happening? Actually, they are being treated similarly. They are being treated with the same brush, means they are treated similarly in the same manner, in an identical manner. Moving on to MCQ 4. So we have to find the opposite in meaning, the word which is opposite in meaning to the word given here. The word says prolific. Option A, barren. Option B, backward. Option C, reckless. Option D, profound. So you have to find the correct answer and the correct opposite of the word prolific out of these four options. And the correct answer to this question is A, barren. So if something is prolific, it's fertile actually. It's giving you good results. And something is barren, it's not giving you good results. The opposite to the other three options, that is backward. The opposite is forward. Reckless, someone who doesn't care, someone who does silly mistakes. The opposite is careful. Profound, something which is deep. So the opposite is shallow, something which is not deep, something which is just on the surface, something which is subsurface. Then we have MCQ 5th. So as you all know what happens in this sentence, you have to select the sentence which can be used in case of the underlined one. So I forgot to underline, and so what I have to underline is fearful to fail. This is the thing which is underlined in this case. You have to find which out of these five, and which out of these four actually, and if there's no correction required, then E option you have to mark. So you have to choose which out of these four can replace the underlined part of the sentence. So the sentence reads, he did not take up the project because he is fearful to fail. So what can replace fearful to fail? Options are A, fearing of failure. Option B, afraid of failing. Option C, feared to fail. Option D, afraid in failing. And option E, no correction required. So just think of what can replace the underlined part of the sentence. And the correct answer to this question is B, afraid of failing, because this is what is grammatically correct in this case, and what can replace fearful to fail. Why? Because he did not take up the project because he's fearing of failure. No, it's wrong. He did not take up the project because he is afraid of failing. It's wrong. It's right, I mean. He did not take up the project because he is feared to fail. No, again. He did not take up the project because he is afraid in failing. No. And no correction required, nahi, because we have a correction which is required, because this is wrong grammatically, and the correct thing is afraid of failing. Moving on to MCQ 6th. You have to find the word or the group of words which is similar in meaning to this word. So the word is scholarly, and the options are A, learned, B, scholastic, C, pious, D, spiritual, and E, none of these. So think of the right answer. You may pause the video, and the correct answer to this question is A, learned. So if someone is scholarly, we know that the person is learned. So next time when someone says that he is a scholarly person, you know that he's a learned man. That's why they're saying him scholarly. For the rest of them, scholastic is something which is related to syllabus, something related to books in school. Pious is something which is pure. Spiritual is something which is related to divinity, something related to spirits. Okay, not spirits in the ghost sense, spirit as in your own spirit, that kind of spiritual thing. So we have MCQ 7th. Now we have to find the error. We've done these kind of questions a lot of times. So we have to find the part which has the error in this sentence. If there's no part which has an error, then option D is the correct answer. So the sentence is, if I were you, I would not have do that. Or D, no error. And the right answer to this question is C, not have do that. Because the correct thing should be, now you have to write that down in the comment section. The last time also I read what you wrote and it was all correct. I upvoted them because I cannot answer everyone like it's correct. Because if it would have been wrong, I will point it out. If I have not commented on your answer, then it's fine. It's correct. It's completely correct. It's perfect. So you have to find what can replace, what should be written in the place of not have do that. So the sentence would have been, if I were you, I would not have do that. If it's incorrect, then what should be the correct one? You have to write it down in the comment section. Moving on to MCQ 8th. So you have to fill this blank with the correct word, pair of words out of these 4. Sentence is I dash home before she arrived. So you have to fill this blank. Option A is had left. Option B left. Option C have left. Option D has left. So you have to find what is the correct word or the couple of words which can be used in this place. And the correct answer to this question is A, had left. Because something is like what is happening in this sentence is that she has already left the home before she arrived. So she has to say that I had already left. She arrived later and she had already left. This thing happened in the past. So therefore we have used had left. Left simply we cannot use. Have left we are not using because this is not present, and has is never used with I. So this is already eliminated thing. So the confusion was between had and have, and before is used, so therefore the thing has happened in past. So therefore we have to use had left in this case. Moving on, MCQ 9th for today. You have to find that out of these 4 words, if any of the word is wrongly spelled, you have to mark that as your correct answer. And if all 4 are correctly spelled, then you have to then mark 5 as the correct answer. That is all correct. So you can read them, have a read, pause the video. Intervention, deceptive, derogatory, pessimism, or all correct. And the correct answer to this question is 5, all correct, because all 4 of them are correctly spelled. Intervention is right, deceptive is right, derogatory is right, and pessimism is also right. So there's no error, all correct is the right answer. Last MCQ for today, the one word substitution one. So what is the commencement of words with the same letters called? A, pun, B, alliteration, C, transferred epithet, and D, oxymoron. So you can think of the right answer again. And the correct answer to this question is B, alliteration. All of them are more or less literary devices. Pun is a double joke. Transferred epithet is when you give a noun certain quality. Oxymoron is also using a kind of thing in which you give certain qualities to the subject. So this is again, these 4, they are all literary devices, and alliteration is the one where we have the repetition of the same letter. Okay, so alliteration has been used as the commencement of words with the same letter, and this is the correct answer to this question. So this is it for today, all the 10 MCQs. Hope you enjoyed doing them, and please share your scores in the comment sections so that we can create a competitive environment around us. And because when there's competition, the best comes out of us. So let's create a competition around us, share your scores, and let others know what you are doing, how good you are, how much you're improving on a daily basis. And that's how even I come to know that there has been some improvement or not. So do share your scores, and this is it. Have a nice day. Thank you, and rate, review, recommend, and share these lessons also.